All right, everybody. I think I'm on. I think we're here. Give me a second. Now explain what's going on. Had a little technical difficulties. Old school difficulties today. I actually couldn't get inside the door. Yeah, I think I started. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay, here we go. All right, so here we go. I'm here. Ta-da! I'm here. Only 12 minutes late. Let's go in here. Let's go into the room. So we had a little problem today. The door wouldn't open to the room where we do the streams. So we had to take the door handle off, and there was no reason why the door wasn't opening. It just decided it didn't want to open today. So it took a little while to get in here, but now we're here. Ooh, I'm pretty close up today. I got it real close. So I can see more of my gray hair. That's kind of not good. All right, everybody, let's jump in. I'm going to start very quickly. I might skip a few of the hellos today just to jump into this chat, but Gertie, you're on top. Well done. All right, so I'm going to jump in. I'm going to do this, and let's go fast. So today we're going to be talking about, let me start you off with a question. We can still do the question of the day while I work on this. So the question of the day is this. Are you, hold on, come on. Are you an optimistic or a pessimistic person? This is the question. So please think about yourself and think about which one are you more on the side of. Are you more on the optimistic side or more on the pessimistic side? Because we're going to be talking about these two things today, and we're going to give you some vocabulary, phrasal verbs, idioms, all this wonderful stuff that you can use to talk about optimism and pessimism. So go ahead and give us your answer. And give us your answer about what you think. Where are you more? Are you more on that side or more on the other side? Well, I get this document up and rolling, and I need a few seconds here. But go ahead, start with that, and tell me where you are. So let's see what we got. Hello, everybody. Optimistic. I see, Gertie. Yes, so optimistic always. Smrt is realistic. Okay, so not exactly on that. So you live in the real world, which is also a cool place to live. On the fence, a little bit of both, a little bit of A, a little bit of B. Jasmine, currently don't forget your Jasmine. I'm a pessimistic person, unfortunately. And why are you pessimistic, Jasmine? What do you think is the reason? So again, try to explain your answer a little bit more. Give us the details. Give us the juicy goss. Why are you more of a pessimistic person than an optimistic person? All right, there's my document. Good. Unit 46, scroll. Okay, who else we got in here? All right. Super optimistic. Ivan, good for you, buddy. Lolly, I'm not pessimistic, not optimistic, not pessimistic, realistic. Hello, Hashim. How you doing? Hello, Paolo. Hello, Abir. Pessimistic, optimistic. Okay, and again, tell us why. If you say you're optimistic person, tell us what's the reason. Why are you so optimistic? And if you're pessimistic, tell us the reason. I would say, hard to say. I feel like I've changed a little bit. I feel like I'm more optimistic than I used to be. But maybe that's because as you get older, you get happier, which is also scientifically proven, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'd say maybe I try to be optimistic, but I think I am a little pessimistic naturally. It's hard to fight. I feel like sometimes you have a nature and you have to change your nature, which is a little bit hard sometimes. All right, so this is what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to add a few more. While we're doing this class, I'm going to add a few more because I didn't really finish my lesson for today because I was supposed to come here early and do some preparation, and that didn't really happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a copy of this, and we're going to talk about some questions. We're going to ask each other some questions about being optimistic and being pessimistic. All right, so let's get into that. I will share this document, this half-made document that I started with you right now. And I'm really full right now. We actually had an international potluck. Do you know what a potluck is? When you bring food from, you bring lots of different food to a party. We had a potluck at my school, and now I'm full of international food from Russia and Mexico and Brazil and a whole bunch of food from around the world. So that was pretty awesome. Totally recommend an international potluck. Here we go. Share. All right, so here's a document. Here's what we're going to be working with today. So please take one of those, and you can jump in and have access to all the wonderful stuff that we're going to talk about today. So there it is. So let's get into it, and let's talk about a few of the questions. Ooh, look at the little animals. Anonymous, skunk, platypus, dingo. All the little animals are here. All right, so let's jump into that, and let's take a look, and let's look at some vocabulary that we use in English to talk about optimism and pessimism. Here we go. Let's start with number 1. So number 1 is this. Here's the first question. So question number 1 is, do you know anyone who lives and breathes something like work or a hobby? So what does that mean, live and breathe? Basically, it means everything in your life is about that thing. So for example, let me give you an example. Do you guys know what jiu-jitsu is? Are there any Brazilians in the house, or Japanese people, because they created it? Jiu-jitsu. So jiu-jitsu is this. It's kind of a fighting style. It started in Japan, and then the Brazilians made it a little bit better. So it's called jiu-jitsu. And I used to have an instructor, a teacher who taught jiu-jitsu. And he lived and breathed jiu-jitsu. Everything he did was connected to that sport. So his training, his eating, most of the time when he was talking about something, it was almost always talking about jiu-jitsu. So he lived and breathed jiu-jitsu. So do you know anyone who's kind of like that, who everything in their life revolves around one thing? So do you know someone who just loves, I don't know, comic books, or they love their job, or they love something so much that they live and breathe that thing, and try to choose one word? So what do you think? That's the first question is, do you know anyone who lives and breathes something like work or a hobby? Stephen Hawking lives and breathes? Well, not anymore, unfortunately, because he died. So not a good idiom for Stephen Hawking today. You live and breathe Korea. Interesting. Okay. My everything is beer. Yeah, Rodrigo. Could have definitely expected that one. Okay, live and breathe. So you live and breathe Korean culture. And again, remember, this one's really strong. Actually, I would say most people don't live and breathe one thing. I think just a few people live and breathe one thing. Like if you're an athlete, you would live and breathe that. Or if you're super in love with one thing. So, but yeah, maybe you do. Maybe Rodrigo does live and breathe beer. You know, everything he talks about is about beer, and his life revolves around it. Noir, my friend, lives and breathes playing poker. Ooh, interesting. So you could be living pretty good or living pretty bad if you love poker. It's kind of not sure which one you'll be on. Okay, very nice. Who else we got here? Ahmed, my dad used to so my dad used to live and breathe work. No for, just used to live and breathe work. Okay, very nice. Some door issues going on again. I feel like I'm going to get locked in this room. So if I get locked in this room, you guys are going to be the ones who contact the school and get me out and start some kind of sponsorship program for me to keep me alive. Okay, so if I get locked in this room, don't go. I'll need you. I'll need your support. Okay, let's see what else we got. Ro, I live and breathe painting. You're a painter. Neville, I live and breathe studying. Really? So you love studying? You only talk about studying to your friends? And you know what I mean? So like I said, this idiom is really strong. So I think we don't use it all the time, except when somebody really, that's their life. Their life is one thing. Then we would use it. Okay, anyways, my brother lives and breathes video games. That's possible, right? Kids love video games. Wouldn't be surprised. Usually bad. Gambling, yeah. Who lives and breathes their job is a workaholic? Someone who lives and breathes their job is a workaholic. No, not necessarily. Lives and breathes is more of it's a positive thing. And if you look at the top here, I said optimistic questions. So optimistic is like positive. It's a good thing. So if you live and breathe something, it probably means you're happy. So yeah, usually it's a good thing. All right, so there we go. Very nice. Breathe, Merc. Yeah, your dad might be crazy. Your sister lives and breathes in AI? Leon, is your sister a robot? They actually live and breathe in AI? Again, like I said, I know people are using them, but remember, this idiom is like really, really specific, and it's really about someone who has one main thing in their life. Reading. Yeah, okay, all right. He lives and breathes his work, then he lives and breathes his work. Totally fine. All right. Next one. Let's see here. This one's kind of cool. Number 2 says, Where and when are you in your element? Now, what does that mean, you are in your element? Well, it kind of means that you are in an environment where you are comfortable and it's natural for you. Like it's basically comfortable. So for example, I would say, I'm in my element when I'm teaching. When I'm in the classroom, that's my norm. When I'm in my school, that's my normal environment. So I'm comfortable in my element. I relax totally. I'm really easygoing. That's my element. Like that's the place where I feel really comfortable and really natural. So what about you? Do you have an element? Do you have a place? Or, you know what I mean? Or a time? Usually it's a place. But I guess it could be a time, like if you are, working on your computer, maybe you love doing that and you do that a lot. So you are in your element when you're working on an assignment. So again, it's really, let's take a look at the definition. But I believe it means when you're really comfortable. In your element definition. What does it say? Yeah, in an environment naturally suited to or associated with you. Doing what one enjoys. He's in his element when he's doing woodworking. Yeah, so basically doing something that you enjoy doing and you are comfortable doing. Environment which is perfect for you, naturally suited for you. So for me, it's teaching because I teach all the time. So that's kind of my comfortable environment. So what would be yours? When are you in your element, your comfortable environment? Okay, Jasmine, I'm in my element while I'm learning. Very nice, love to hear that. My element is water, the beach. Yeah, okay, so literally an element, one of the elements, fire, water, air, and earth, I guess. So there you go, so literally on the beach, it's my element. Ivan, I'm in my element when I'm doing exercise at the gym. Okay, cool, very nice. Leon, when I design. All right, very nice, designer. Igor, in my element when I'm playing the guitar with my friends and drinking cold beer. I like that element. That sounds cool, Igor. I would like to be in that element more often. That's awesome. Lolly, I'm in my element when I drink beer with some friends. Same thing, like your element as well, Lolly. Sounds amazing. A beer, when I'm at home, you're in your element. So when you're chilling out, doing your thing at home, that's cool. When I'm with my wife, okay, sure, of course, right? That's your other element, the other part of your element. Drawing pictures of nature, playing guitar, reading English novels, studying a new language, baking. Interesting, a baker, Judy, very nice. I would like to try your element. That would be amazing. Faranak, retract. Nihal, we're drinking coffee. And again, remember your natural environment. So usually it's about an environment or an activity. I would say those two things. So, but yeah, it could be. Hello, Munir. How you doing? Spend time with my family at home. My element, yeah, when I'm learning. Good. Okay, so everyone's got an element. Wonderful. Now we're going to look at a few expressions. So check out this one. You've all heard this one before. This one is good. This is good question. Yeah, for me, I think it's when I'm teaching. I'm in my school. I have 2 schools. Actually, I have 3 schools. I go from boom, 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 and I jump from each one. And I think probably I'm in my element when I'm in the class and I'm teaching something. Most of the time I feel comfortable, like that's my environment. So I'm in my element when I'm working, for sure. Okay, very nice. There is present tense. Can we use past? Yes, of course. All of this vocabulary, you can use the present, you can use the past, you can use the future. Yeah, most of the time, except for a few of them. So this one, number 3, you cannot use the past for number 3 unless you died and you were reflecting on your life, which would never probably happen. Okay, so number 3. Number 3 is a good one. I like this expression a lot. I use it all the time. Do you ever think to yourself, life is too short? And when do you think that to yourself? So for me, like this is a great expression. I really like this one. I always say this one, life is too short. Don't do things that's going to make you unhappy because you could be gone tomorrow. You really never know. So I say that one a lot. And I think to myself, life is too short. And I usually think that when I'm thinking about jobs that I don't want to do. Like all my jobs are pretty great. I meet people from around the world. We just hang out. We learn English. It's great. We play some games. And we help them, become Also, I think it's a good growing opportunity. Students come to Canada, they learn a lot about themselves and a lot about people around the world, which is pretty cool. So life is too short. I say that when I think about jobs. Like, you know what? I like all my jobs. I don't want to do a job just for money. Life is too short. Because if I die tomorrow, I'll be really unhappy with myself for taking that job and spending my time there. So what do you guys think? When do you think life is too short? When do you usually say that? Give us an example. When? So the question is when? When do you say that specific phrase? When you're traveling, but explain your idea. So when you're traveling, so you say life is short when you're traveling? I don't think so. I think you're enjoying life when you're traveling. So life is short is like, yeah, do you know what I'm trying to say? When do you say this? When do you think this idea? Okay, let me see. So life is short equals you should do things you want to do. That's what it means. It doesn't mean the time is short. I mean, it does mean the time is short, but there's another meaning. There's another level, and it means you should do things you want to do in your life. That's really the meaning of life is short. Like, don't waste your time. I feel like life is short. Life is too short to spend it hating people. Okay. I thought that life is short when I was with a partner who made me feel bad. Okay, so you thought, okay, let's get rid of that partner and get into a better relationship where I feel good. Okay, that would work. Don't worry, life is too short, so be patient. Narayana, patient with the T. Life is too short when I'm running out of coffee. Okay, when it gets gloomy, life is short. Life is short, so have a lot of beer today, because tomorrow, who knows? Yes, definitely, Rodrigo's got it. I think that life is too short when I see there's a lot of things I still need to learn. I guess it's both. It means literally a short life, and it means do the things you want. When you're getting old, I don't achieve my goals. Okay. Okay, there we go. Anyways, it's a little bit tricky, but life is short generally means do what you want to do. I would say that's probably the best way. Number 4, let's try another one. Okay. Number 4, do you ever think to yourself, life goes on? Now, why do we use life goes on? Let's take a look at this idiom, because this one's popular as well. So let's take a look at life goes on. Oh, there's a song. I want the definition. So let's see. Life goes on. You say life goes on after mentioning something very sad. Although people are very upset or affected by it, they have to carry on living normally. I can't spend the rest of my life wishing it hadn't happened. So basically, if something bad happens to you, maybe sometimes people die. Sometimes you have a bad relation. You break up with a partner in a relationship. Let's say you lose your job. Let's say something really bad happens. Usually this is when we say something like this. So something really bad happens to you, job, relationship, or accident, but you have to continue with life. Life goes on. Life continues. So after something, you have to get back to normal. So you say life goes on. The show must go on is a pretty good comparable, right? It's pretty similar. So life goes on, you say, like when you're feeling bad, you might say to yourself, life goes on. So you had something bad happen to you, finish that, deal with it, and then move forward. Life will continue. I think that's basically the idea here. What else we got here? That's life. Okay. So there we go. When do you say that? Life goes on. When I broke up with my ex, perfect example. Life is short. Yeah, okay, back. I think life goes on when I have bad news from my family. Yeah. And again, it's like you hear the bad news and you're like, okay, but you have to continue. Life does continue even though you have bad news. I missed a lot of people who I love, but life goes on. Yeah, when you get bad marks in an exam, that might be an example. You know what? Life goes on. Don't worry about it too much, right? Recently, it was a real roller coaster in my life, but life goes on. Yeah, there you go. Good example. Aisha, life goes on when I broke up with my boyfriend. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it seems like you're doing okay, Aisha. Sounds like it's okay. Life goes on after losing your job. Yes, it does. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, maybe it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be your job. That's a good idiom. Let me add that one. It wasn't meant to be. Can I add that one to this one? Yeah. So it's not really, I guess it is pessimistic. Talk about something that wasn't meant to be. Nice one. We'll talk about that one later. Okay, cool. All good. All right, let's go on to another one. Number 5. Number 5 is also, so lots of life quotes today. These ones aren't really optimistic, are they? Life is short. Is it optimistic? It doesn't really sound optimistic. It's just kind of questions. I might have to change this a little bit. But anyways, I hope you're getting the vocab, and that's all that really matters. So do you ever think to yourself, that's life? And what does that mean, that's life? So basically, that's life is an easy one. Life has good points, good moments, and bad moments. It is literally an emotional and physical roller coaster. So sometimes you say, you know what? I had a great day on the weekend, and then on Monday, I lost my job. No, that's life. It just happens. So basically, anytime you can say that's life, because life happens like that all the time. So it's kind of like, yeah, you can say that's life. So when something bad happens, you say that's life, and something good happens, you're like. Usually we only say it when there's something bad happening. You say, you know what, that's life. So whenever life is being crazy or bad, we might say that's life. So when do you say it? Think of an example, and when might you say something like that? Exactly, Lali. C'est la vie. It's exactly the same expression. After losing my dear friend, I bucked up. Don't buck yourself, just buck up. I bucked up, and life went on because I was so brave, something like that. When I have something to do I don't really like, that's life. Yeah, you're right, Michele. That's totally true. Better banana. I know it's banana, but banana sounded more fun. When things don't go as planned, that's life. Yeah, you're totally right. Igor, when you can't change the facts is the facts. That's life. When bad people win, yeah, the worst. That's life, right? Bad people do win a lot. Failed my driving test? Yeah, totally. When you lose people you love? Yeah, that's a tougher one. Yeah, but definitely true. When you get divorced? Yeah, so basically any bad situation you can kind of say, that's life. I had a girlfriend yesterday, but today I'm alone. Ivan, hang in there, buddy. Hang in there. That's a good one. Let's do that one. I'm going to get rid of these optimistic and pessimistic because they're really not clear. Hang in there. But let's do that one. That's a good one. Because that one, actually, I'll keep that. Because that was useful. When is it important to hang in there? That's a good one. When is it important to hang in there? Cool. Nice one. All right, next one. So we got those. We got all the life idioms, which are useful. Now what else we got? This is a good one. There's a couple of different ways you can say this one as well. Ooh, when I got married in Vegas. Nice. Next one, number 6. When was a time when luck came your way? So let me give you the cooler way to say this. You can also say when you got lucky. This sounds better. So let's try that again. This one sounds. How did you? Yeah, it sounds better. We usually say this one. At least in Canada we do. When was the last time you got lucky? Wait a second. What is Ken asking you? He's asking you, when was the last time you had good luck? That's what he's asking you. Okay, so don't misinterpret. When was the last time you got lucky? All right, so open to interpretation there. So when was the last time you had good luck? Okay, so give us an example. So when was the last time I got lucky? What happened? I don't know. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Maybe you guys help me out. Help me out. When was the last time you had some good luck? What happened? Because I can't think of anything right now. There you go. Good example. See, they just do that. I got lucky when I found the woman of my life. Boom. Totally good luck. Judy, I was driving on the highway and didn't have an accident. Make an accident. Do you usually cause accidents, Judy? Or do you have one because it's just by accident? I got lucky when I got, yeah, good, thank you, Ivan. Yeah, me too. I got lucky when I got my jobs because I think all my jobs are really good. So I think I got lucky that I work at those places. Only human, if my plan goes well, I will be lucky. So wish me luck. Ahmed, when I got my job, when I won the lottery a few weeks ago. Lolly, did you win the lottery? And how much did you win, Lolly? I'm curious. Are you rich? Are you on vacation on some tropical island now because you're swimming in dough? That'd be amazing. What else we got? When in my last health test, I was clean of malignant cells. Yes, very good, very lucky. I got lucky with my new job. Yesterday when I was crooked pissed, I got home alive. Yeah. Don't drink and drive, Rodrigo, but yes. Leon, when I went to Germany alone, you got lucky? How did you get lucky? In 2011, luck came my way to travel abroad, but I passed it away. Okay, so in 2011, luck came my way to travel abroad, but I missed my chance. I missed the opportunity, or I didn't take the opportunity, or something like that. Oh, okay, you're not rich, you just want a little money. Okay, well, anyways, better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. I got lucky when I get my back. Get my back? Not sure what that means. I got lucky when I met my best friend, Georgelina. Okay, very nice, that's cool. Friends are lucky. When I was at the right time, in the right place, to save a cat before she got smashed by a car, maybe here, that cat was lucky. I agree. That cat was lucky that you were there. You weren't lucky. The cat was lucky. Totally agree with that. I got lucky when I found out about Smrt English. Very nice answer, Neville. That's a high five on the camera right there. When I lost weight, you got lucky? You got lucky because you lost weight? Or did you lose weight because you worked hard? I don't think you get lucky when you lose weight. Usually you have to work hard to lose weight. Nihal. In my exam, I didn't finish my study, and in the exam, I just found the question that I studied. So you got lucky. It sounds like bad luck. In my exam, I didn't finish my exam. Yeah, sounds like bad luck, Nihal. And Aisha, one more. I got lucky when I went to take an interview and found out that my interviewee was someone I knew. Your interviewer. ER. Yeah, you are the interviewee, and the other person was the interviewer. Okay, that is lucky. Was someone I knew in the past. Very nice. Awesome. And I guess it could be someone I know, because you still know the person. Yeah, totally. That's okay as well. Yeah, very nice, Narayana. Back at you. Lucky to have you. All right, cool. Very nice. Let's try one more. Yeah, this one's a good one. I want to teach you this one. This is good. Number 7. Do you ever get carried away? And what does carried away mean? So I'll probably get carried away sometimes. So carried away means you do something too much. So let's say I'm making some jokes. And I make one joke and people laugh. They're like, oh, it's pretty funny, Ken. But then I keep making more jokes and more jokes and more jokes and more jokes. And then people are like, wait a second, Ken, calm, people are thinking, maybe they don't say something, but they think, oh, Ken, calm down. Too many jokes or something like that. So basically, carried away means you're doing something too much. So maybe you drink and you keep drinking and you keep drinking and you keep drinking, and then you got carried away. You drank too much. Or you were making a joke and you made more jokes and you got carried away. You did it too much. Or what else could you get carried away with? It basically means when you're doing something too much, that it's bad. So the good thing, in the beginning it's a good thing, but if you do it too much, it becomes a bad thing. We say you got carried away. So what is something you could get carried away with? Yeah, maybe with work. Maybe you're spending too much time at work. So you never go home and spend time with your family. So you say, oh, you know what? I got carried away with work. I wasn't spending time at home. And you say, okay, stop that. Go home, spend more time. So do you ever get carried away? You do something too much. I'm being carried away with my lifetime dream. Maybe not being, but I get carried away with things. So how do you get carried away, Munira? Are you doing something too much? Maybe you get carried away with your studies, like you're studying too much, or you're getting carried away with your book and you're writing too much and you're not doing other things because you're focusing too much on one thing. So what are you guilty of getting carried away with? You get carried away with asking questions. So Ahmed, you ask too many questions sometimes and you need to slow down and not ask so many. Okay, yeah, that's something. So maybe bring that in, don't ask so many, right? Leon, when I try to fix something, well, I have no clue how to do it. Leon, your situation was just like our door situation. Nobody knew how to fix the door. I don't think we got carried away. We did a good job. We actually got in here. I just hope I can get out after this stream is over. I would like to go home tonight. And carry me away, no, the carry me away is a different meaning. So your carry me away sounds like my mind goes to another place. But get carried away means you do something too much. Imad, carried away with waking up at night. No, not that won't work there. I get carried away with making money. Okay, so you focus too much on money. That works. Anupan, I get carried away with programming. So you start programming, you start doing it too much. Okay, that works. Carry away with worries. I get carried away with my worries. So I start thinking about stuff and I stress myself out. That could work. You get carried away with practicing English, Simos. You practice too much and it becomes a little bit crazy. Okay, that's possible. But if I do it, please someone carry me home. Yes, that would be the next step. I get carried away when I'm talking about telegrams to my friends. What are telegrams? Telegrams. It's like the letter. It's a letter that's delivered. Is that what you're talking about, Michaeli? Telegrams to your friends. Interesting. Okay, very nice. Drinking coffee? Yeah, anyhow. Not me anymore. I'll tell you something, guys. I'll be honest. I haven't drunk a coffee in a few days, and I'll be very honest with you. I kind of feel better, and I hate to say it because I love coffee so much, but I honestly feel better without drinking coffee all the time. Hello, Maria. How are you doing? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe try it out. Yeah, people get carried away with social media. Totally, people get super carried away with social media. They do it way too much, and they're just on their phones all the time. Good example. All right, very nice. So we got all those. Now we got only a little bit of time left, so I think let's go to some pessimistic kind of questions, which are kind of pessimistic. So let's go here. So here we go. So these ones are a little bit more on the negative side. So let's jump. Yeah, I'm trying to cut it out. And like I said, I love coffee, and I miss the taste, and I miss the flavor and all that. But honestly, I feel better. I actually have more energy. Definitely I don't have this energy anymore, but I have more of a steady energy throughout the day. It's hard. It's really hard. I think I'll have to replace it with more beer drinking, of course, but I'll be honest, I kind of feel a little bit better with it, so it's a weird thing. Anyways, you try it out, and you let me know what you think, if it's all good. All right, so let's jump into here. Let's do a few pessimistic ones, and let's try it with this one. This is a good one. So here we go. Here's number 8 or 9 or 10, not sure which number this is. So next one is, I'd probably never get off my sofa, Rodrigo, if I started doing that one. Next one is, do you ever dwell on the past? So what does dwell on mean? So maybe you know this word, focus on. Yeah, there you go. Lolly knows it already. Maybe you know this one, focus on, right? Concentrate on. But it's a negative idea. So if you say focus on, it's it could be anything. Could be negative, could be positive. But if you say dwell on the past, it's only negative. It's only a bad thing. So you think too much about one thing in the past. So do you ever dwell on the past? And what was the last thing that you were thinking about? So give us an example of that. Let's see, can I think of any examples? Yeah, so maybe you had a bad relationship and you dwell on that relationship. Or maybe you had a bad class or a bad test or a bad exam, and you were thinking about that, you were dwelling on it, and you shouldn't dwell on it, but you do, and sometimes you can't stop yourself from doing that, right? So what have you dwelled on? Sounds weird. What have you dwelled on in the past, and why did you do that? Why did you think about it? Let's see what we got here. Okay, I think we're still on the other one. Some people are still on the get carried away with thing. Yeah, but let's go on to the next one. Dwell on. Let's try this one. Let me give you that one again. Missing the last long hike. So you dwelled on the fact that you missed a long hike? Okay, girls, every time it's a girl. I hear you. That's tough. Yes, sometimes I try to restrain and control my thoughts. Okay, so let me try to finish this sentence. Yeah, it's okay, Yasir. You're good. You're good. Didn't even see you walk in. So, in the past, I dwelled on Finish that sentence. And again, give us a problem, right? A problem you had in your past and you couldn't stop thinking about that problem. I dwelled on a breakup. I dwelled on a project at my work that I didn't do really well, or I dwelled on something bad. In his story, he dwelt on bad things. Have you ever dwelt? Oh, interesting. Past participle, dwell. That's an interesting one. It is dwelt. No, it's dwelt or dwelled. Okay, both are correct. All right, anyone else got an answer for that one? Nobody seems to have one for that. Maybe not the best. Okay, anyways, but that's what it means. Let's jump on to the next one if no one's got one for that. Let's go to number 9 then, if that's all good. Oh, here we go. Answers are coming in. Aisha's got one. I dwell on the time I spent with bad people and I regret it. Maybe not that I regret it, so just and I regret it would be work. Okay, here come the answers. Here they come. Must be a delay on the internet or something like that. Judy, yes, my niece complaining. Oh, my niece complaining about every minuscule thing about all the time. So all the time they're complaining for number 8. Oh, that was the last one. Maybe the last one. I'm not sure. It's a little mixed up. What else we got here? I dwell on watching movies. No, and again, remember, dwell is negative. Dwell is a negative thing. Like you feel bad about something that happened in the past, and you think about it, and you think about it, and you think about it. So do you dwell on movies? No, I don't think so. Munir, in the past, I dwelled on the person who changed my life. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Because remember, dwell is negative. Rodrigo, in the past, right now, I dwell on chickens. Okay, not sure about that one. Michele, I dwell on what I should have said during a fight. Good, that's a good answer. Faranak, I did dwell on my last marriage, M-A-R-R-I-A-G-E. New sentence, I lost my time. Leon, I dwelled on that missing feeling. What feeling were you missing, Leon? I dwelled on choosing the wrong person. Okay, I dwelled on choosing the wrong person to live with. Ooh, yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. In the past, I dwelled on spending time playing cards and video games. So it was a bad thing that you were playing cards and video games? So again, really, the noun should be kind of a negative thing. I dwelled on my ex-partner, or I dwelled on the job that I got fired from, or something like that. Really, the last idea should be a negative idea as well. Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. I dwelled on my school when I failed. Yeah, not I was failed, but when I failed, that's a good one. I dwelled, or I dwell, or you dwell on a bad relationship. That would work as well. All right, there we go. Let's try another one here. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Life goes on. Boom. Look at that. Full circle. All right, let's try another one here. Number 9. This is good. Number 9 says, do you ever put yourself down because you did something wrong? What does that mean, put yourself down? Put yourself down means say something negative about yourself. I should probably write these down, but I didn't think about it. But anyways, I recorded everything on YouTube, so you can always check it out again. So, do you ever put yourself down? Put yourself down. Say something bad about yourself. Or you put other people down. You say something bad about other people. Don't do that. Yeah, it's kind of blame yourself. It's speak negatively about yourself. But again, you can put another person down, you can put yourself down, you could put your country down, you could literally put a lot of things down, but it's usually people. You put someone down. So what do you think? Do you ever do that to yourself? And what would be the thing that you say? Nothing puts me down, okay, or I don't put myself down about anything. Yeah, like blame yourself. I dwell on my relationships. I always put myself down when I argue with my brother. Okay, and why do you put yourself down? Why would you say something negative about yourself? What's the reason? So try to give us more, give us the answer. When you crashed your car. Yeah, that's a tough one, right? If you made a mistake and you crashed your car, that could be a tough one. You would probably want to take responsibility for that, and you would feel bad about it for a little while. It's a tough one. I think you have to recognize, man, maybe I made a mistake. Could be a big mistake, but eventually you have to move on, move forward with that as well. And that's a good one as well. Move on. When is it important to move on? Move on. Okay. All right, any others on this one? Putting yourself down. Don't do it. It's not very nice. I put myself down when I wanted to make my point to another person, and I didn't have the right answers for them. So you put yourself down because you didn't have the right answers? Just a stone right in the middle of my forehead could put me down. Yeah, that would probably work. Narayana, yes, without knowing English grammar, I have participated in a debate competition. Okay. Imad, I do not put yourself down, everything will be okay. Imad, I do not put myself down, because you are talking about you. So I do not put myself down, and everything will be okay. Lale, I put myself down when I misbehave at home with my parents. Okay, and then you feel bad about yourself because you are being naughty kid. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that's a sad story. Many times I put myself down, especially when I hope too much and think about the future. And Sean, don't put yourself down for not being able to open the studio door today. Sean, I would not blame myself for that situation. I blame you because I know you were in here, and obviously this whole incident was caused by you. So I take no responsibility for the door. Fortunately, we're in here. And Sean knows that if I don't appear after this stream, that he's going to come kick down the door and save me. So hopefully that will happen and I don't get stuck in here. You're witness here, okay? So guys, don't leave me in here after this stream is over. All right, I think we got time for one more. So let's see here. Last one, we got this one here. Let's do one more. Number 11. Yeah, this is a good one. Talk about something that wasn't meant to be. So what does that mean if you say it wasn't meant to be? It basically, when is Sean beginning his class? Right after mine. I think we're going to get him in here, we're going to lock the door, and we're going to make him stream for the next 24 hours. It'll be Sean TV 24/7. What do you guys think about that? That sounds like a great idea. Let's try number 11 here. Could I please send the file with the link? Yes, absolutely, Igor. I totally can. I sometimes forget. Oh, you can join the little animals here. Here we go. There we go. All good. So last one, number 11. What does it mean if something wasn't meant to be? So basically, life decided this should not happen. It wasn't meant to be. So you say, oh, I really wanted this job, but I didn't get it. Maybe it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't fate. Fate said no, or destiny said no. Or you say, you know what, I really wanted to, I really wanted it to work out in that relationship, but it wasn't meant to be. It's kind of like that's life. It's kind of like the other one we did earlier. So talk about something that wasn't meant to be. You really, really wanted it to happen, but it didn't happen. So you just say, okay, I wanted it. It didn't happen. That's okay. That's the situation. That's the meaning of wasn't meant to be. So to give us an example of something that wasn't meant to be. I can give you a personal example. I lived in Australia for 3 years, and I really loved Australia, and I really wanted to stay in Australia. But it was kind of hard for me to get a working visa there because the country is full of English speakers. So another English speaker from Canada getting a job as an English teacher in Australia could be a little bit difficult sometimes. So maybe for me, living in Australia wasn't meant to be. But I came here, I started working, found some wonderful jobs, met some wonderful people, so that's cool, it's all right. So that was something that wasn't meant to be. So give an example about yourself. What is something that you had that wasn't meant to work out, wasn't meant to be? Ooh, a brew house, great idea, Rodrigo. You should keep working on that dream, man. That's a great dream. I want my own brew house, but it wasn't meant to be. No, keep it alive, Rodrigo. Keep going, man. Keep going. I believe in you. I'll come drink your beer for sure. Tanya, I wish I would be. So I wanted to be an archaeologist, but that wasn't meant to be. Good, very nice example. And Pam, cooking isn't meant to be for me. Just every time you started cooking, fire alarms, fire truck. Fair enough. Quit with the cooking. Farah, I put my sister down when I drew away her. You drew, or you threw away her wedding. You threw away her wedding ring, Farah. Why did you do that? You shouldn't do that. Those things are expensive, and that was probably really important. Don't do that, Farah. That's not good. Born to be done. Born to be done. I'm not sure what's going on there. I really want to say that I love him, but that wasn't meant to be. Yeah, bro, that would be a good example. Very nice. Music Top, a new season of my favorite series is not meant to come out. Yeah, and that's the thing. You can also change it. You say not meant to be, not meant to come out, not meant to happen. So you can actually change that expression by changing the verb as well. All of those are good. Yeah, sir, I tried to learn English, but it just wasn't for me. Yeah, there you go. Well, hang in there, Yasser. Just hang out, come back a few more times. It will be meant to be. We can make it meant to be for you. Leon, continuing my bachelor in Belgium this year wasn't meant to be. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so some things just don't work out. They weren't meant to be, and that's cool. Living abroad a long time wasn't meant to be. Yeah, obligations. People got obligations. And Igor, I've been to Vancouver 3 times and tried to get a work visa, but unfortunately I didn't get it for sure. It wasn't meant to be. That's impressive, Igor. That's usually, third time, hoping that the third time usually you get lucky, but it's difficult. It's, if I tried it in Australia, it doesn't always work out. Unless you right time, right place, or right opportunity, or you just have to work really, 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 really hard to get what you want. So sometimes it's too much, Oh, there we go. Let's do a couple more, and then that's going to be it. I wish I studied abroad, but it wasn't meant to be. I really want to learn medicine, but that wasn't meant to be. And the world wasn't meant to be unloved. I agree, Neville. The world needs more love, and you're totally right about that. All right, everybody, and I think that sound means it's time for me to run away. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Sorry for the door thing. I don't know. Couldn't be avoided. The door just didn't want to open today, and there was nothing we could do to persuade it except take off pieces of it, and now it kind of works. So anyways, there's a few. Hopefully you remember those ones. I did not really write any of the explanation down, but they are there. Watch the YouTube video again check them out. This was really useful. Some of it was optimistic, and some of it was pessimistic, and some of it was kind of in the middle. But they're all things that we can use to talk about those two situations. So I hope you found that useful. Some good vocab there. Anyways, so that's it for Wednesday. A little short class on Wednesday, but we will see you back Thursday for another amazing class. Mwah! Big kiss to all of you, big hug, and see your lovely texts and emojis tomorrow. Have an amazing day, everybody. Hopefully the door works. If it doesn't, please email Sean. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.
Even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I try, my love, she keeps me warm.